Nobody expected the New England Patriots to open training camp like this. On a day that should have been routine, they lit up the field with emotion, energy, and something even deeper. As the players jogged out for day one, something surreal happened. The team blasted Crazy Train through the speakers, a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne, who had just passed away the night before. But this wasn't just about music, it was about tone, about a message. The Patriots weren't just back, they were alive again. And the timing couldn't be more powerful. But here's the twist. This emotional return wasn't just symbolic, it was strategic. Defensive coach Terrell Williams is finally back on the field in person after being remote for much of the offseason, and the impact was instant. Players rallied around him. Mike Vrabel called it out before practice even began. Williams wasn't just missing time, he was the glue that had been offline for too long. And now, with the pads about to come on in a few days, the Patriots get their defensive architect back right when it matters most. No more Zoom, no more placeholders. It's real, and it's happening now. The energy shift is undeniable. From the locker room to the sidelines, there's a spark this team hasn't shown in years. But as the buzz builds around their emotional start, one absence is already sending up red flags. A young wide receiver is slipping out of sight when he should be fighting for his career. And what's happening behind the scenes might decide who stays and who's sent packing. Let's talk about the names that didn't show up, and what it means for the roster battle ahead. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Patriots and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. Something's not adding up in New England. The Patriots lit up training camp with energy, but a few names were nowhere to be found, and one in particular is setting off alarm bells. Jalen Polk, the second-year wide receiver who's fighting for his spot, showed up in street clothes, not on the PUP list, not on any injury report, just standing there. And that silence speaks volumes. Because when a player isn't officially injured but still doesn't practice, it tells coaches one thing: he's not ready. And when you're on the roster bubble, not ready is the fastest way to get replaced. The team claims it's just muscle tightness. But even that raises more questions. Polk passed his physical, which means the Patriots legally couldn't put him on any injury list to protect his spot. So now he has to be on the field, or risk watching his reps disappear. Meanwhile, others at his position are already stealing the spotlight. Rookie Kyle Williams made 4 catches on day 1. Efton Chisholm is flashing speed and chemistry with Drake Maye. There are only so many roster spots. And right now, Polk isn't competing for one, he's watching them slip away. And it's not just Polk raising concerns. Christian Barmore, one of the Patriots' most important defensive linemen, was also limited in practice. He didn't participate in any full squad drills or team sessions, and with his history of blood clots, that's not something you overlook. Coaches are saying it's part of a conditioning plan, not a setback, but even a small delay in Barmore's return could affect the entire defensive front. The margin for error is tight, and with other veterans also starting to miss time, it's fair to ask, are these just precautionary absences or signs of something deeper? One thing is clear: while some names go quiet, another player is using this moment to make the loudest impression yet. And that's exactly where we're heading next. Nobody's talking about how much this means for the future of the Patriots. While the headlines circle around absences and depth chart battles, Drake Maye is quietly taking over. Not with flash, not with hype, with control. 2 days into training camp, the second-year quarterback is operating like a veteran. Day 1, 8 for 9. Day 2, 14 for 15. Not a single true incompletion through 2 sessions. And it's not just the stats, it's how he's doing it. Maye isn't forcing anything. He's reading, reacting, and getting the ball out faster than anyone expected. The most impressive part? The leadership behind the scenes. Maye didn't wait for the coaches to build chemistry, he built it himself. Reports confirm he personally organized off-season workouts in North Carolina, covering nearly all of the travel, housing, and logistics to bring half the offense together. That's not typical. That's quarterback behavior. Drake Maye isn't just learning the playbook, he's shaping the culture, and you can see it pay off on the field. His rhythm with Stefon Diggs already looks like it's in mid-season form. Back-to-back completions to Diggs in team drills had the crowd buzzing. This isn't projection anymore, it's proof. But there's a catch. Maye is doing everything right, and yet there's one thing missing. One element that could completely change the pace of this offense. Because while he's executing the short throws with surgical precision, something deeper is missing from this attack. And that's not by accident. The real reason lies in what Josh McDaniels is building behind the scenes, and the answer explains everything about how Maye is being developed. What comes next isn't about flash. It's about trust, timing, and one huge gamble the Patriots are making. The Patriots aren't easing their rookies into the action, they're throwing them straight into the fire. And the biggest surprise? They're not just surviving, they're making plays. On just the second day of camp, 4 rookies took the field alongside Drake Maye during team drills. Left tackle Will Campbell, wide receiver Kyle Williams, offensive lineman Jared Wilson, and running back Tre'Veyon Henderson. That's not common, that's a statement. Mike Vrabel and the coaching staff aren't hiding it. They're building this team around the 2025 draft class, and it's happening faster than anyone predicted. Let's start with Jared Wilson. After missing most of the offseason with an injury, nobody expected him to climb this fast. But 2 days into camp, he's already getting first-team reps at both left guard and center. This isn't rotation for depth, it's a real competition. The Patriots are testing where he fits best, and Wilson's physicality and versatility are turning heads. Then there's Tre'Veyon Henderson, the rookie running back with game-breaking speed. Day 2 saw him lined up in the backfield, in the slot, and even split out wide. Josh McDaniels is already designing plays around him. His burst, vision, and pass-catching ability are unlocking new options in the short game. And Kyle Williams is becoming the name fans didn't expect to hear this soon. The rookie wide receiver hauled in 4 catches during day 1, including a tough comeback route against Christian Gonzalez. His clean route running and quick separation are giving him a real shot at becoming the slot option behind Diggs. These aren't flashes, these are building blocks. And while the rookies are rising, the coaching staff is sending a message loud and clear. If you can play, you will play. But with so many new faces rising, not everyone's job is safe. And there's one position group feeling the heat more than any other. It starts in the trenches, and the cracks are already showing. There's a battle unfolding in Foxborough, and it's happening right in front of Drake Maye. The offensive line isn't just rotating bodies, it's searching for answers. The left guard position is wide open, and what looked like Cole Strange's job is now anything but certain. Jared Wilson, the rookie from Georgia, has been getting first-team reps at both center and left guard. That shift says everything. The Patriots don't just like Wilson, they're considering building the interior of the line around him. And with Strange still not fully healthy, time might be running out for him to lock down his spot. But it's not just one position. The entire offensive front is under pressure. On back-to-back days, the defense registered multiple sacks, despite players only wearing helmets and shorts. Day 1 saw 4 sacks, and Day 2 brought 5 more. These aren't hits you brush off. If you're letting defenders through without pads, what happens when the games get real? Morgan Moses, the veteran right tackle, struggled in both practices. Will Campbell, the rookie left tackle, also showed signs of growing pains. It's not panic time yet, but the protection around Maye is showing leaks, and the staff knows it. That's where the urgency kicks in. The Patriots don't have time to guess. Every practice rep matters because every position on the line is tied to Maye's development. If the left guard spot stays unsettled, it risks disrupting the timing and rhythm that's making this offense click, and as Wilson pushes forward, someone else will get pushed out. The coaching staff has a choice to make, and it's not just about talent, it's about trust. But while the offense searches for balance, there's one side of the ball that's already firing on all cylinders. And what they're doing might flip the entire outlook of this roster. The New England Patriots defense is quietly emerging as a dominant force early in training camp, with Harold Landry leading the charge by delivering 2 standout sacks from both edges on Day 2. Supported by consistent pressure from Milton Williams and Keon White, and a slimmer, quicker Christian Barmore working back into form, the defensive line looks faster, deeper, and more aggressive than last season. Now the countdown begins. With the first preseason game against Washington just around the corner, every rep, every adjustment, and every breakout matters more than ever. So here's the question for you. Should Jared Wilson start Week 1 at center or left guard? And with Efton Chisholm rising, is it time to worry about Polk's roster status? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Type JW if you believe Wilson should start. Type Chisholm if you think he's the surprise wideout to watch. And hit that like if you're ready to ride with the Maye-led Patriots into a brand new era.